Hello, my wonderful people. Welcome to my platform. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location or anytime you might be coming across this video on YouTube. Please, after watching, subscribe. This is a very wonderful channel where we upload videos daily on what is happening in Nigeria. I trust, I believe you are going to enjoy this video. Please subscribe, share, like, comment, and tell us what you think about this video. I appreciate you all. I appreciate your massive support. I appreciate those who will subscribe. I appreciate those who will share this video. I appreciate those who will comment. Thank you so much for watching. May God bless you all.
That's the matter on ground here today. And you know, he's been one that's been lingering, and he's been in custody and detention for a long time right now. And right now, what do you make of the court's ruling? First, freeing Nnamdi Kanu last week, and now the Attorney General has really filed another matter of stay of execution. Will you kindly give us an interpretation of these two matters, which are legally inclined?
First of all, I think that the federal government should not posture themselves as one that disobeys court order. It will be a very wrong signal they are sending to the Nigerian public. If a court as high as the appeal court gave a judgment and say discharged, you are discharged from this, the first thing is the interpretation, you are freed from this. Now, perhaps they forgot to add acquitted. That would have closed the door finally. But in their sense of responsibility, they still think that other facets of that case can go on, which means that Nnamdi Kanu should have been freed from detention and attend the proceedings, other proceedings, from his house as a free man. So what politics are they bringing into this thing? Do they want me to teach them law? A law officer of the Federal Republic. What is discharged to him? They shouldn't play politics. Meanwhile, 2 days ago, we are told that some Boko Haram members who were arrested, never charged to court, who are fighting war against their own country, who are supposed to face trial for treason, high treasonable felony, but we are not so done. We are freed, sent to amnesty camp. Nnamdi Kanu, in the lower court, is faced trial of treasonable felony equal to what the other guys who were freed.
Which guys are you referring to now?
The Boko Haram people,
okay,
who were freed and sent to amnesty camp to be rehabilitated. Is their crime lower than another? Is there any lower treason and another higher treason? Is it not the same thing? So they should not bring politics into this, and they should not overheat the polity. To me, even if they have filed a case of a stay of action, does it stop the discharge of Nnamdi Kanu? Stay of action, please, court, I want you to give approval to our application that this man should not be discharged. And until the court so hold the previous judgment still subsists. In other words, the judgment of the Court of Appeal still subsists.
So why did the court actually say discharge and did not add the word acquitted?
In the wisdom of their lordships, they have, if you read that judgment, very fine. In fact, that is one of, I would say, the best, because I'm yet to read others.
Okay.
Very fearless. It brought to the fore some elements. You know, when you are charging something to court, there are some elements where that offense was committed, the date, and all that. These things were lacking, and yet a lower court went on. These are the things the lower court would have corrected ab initio, but they didn't do. The Court of Appeal, in their wisdom, pointed out this, and also stated that even the attempt from Kenya was illegal under international law. So what are they going to appeal? That judgment was good, very sound. At least it's a guiding principle, and I'm sure too it will stand as precedent in times to come.
So what message do you think the federal government, in your interpretation right now, what message do you think the federal government is really sending to the public? And you talked about politics being brought into this.
Yes.
Will you kindly elucidate on how this matter has really brought, or how politics has been brought into this matter of Nnamdi Kanu being freed and acquitted?
Yes, what I am afraid is that the federal government, by their actions since the judgment of the Court of Appeal, by their actions and body movement, is showing that they are intransigent and recalcitrant to to obeying court orders. The first thing they would have done is free. Discharge means freedom. Acquitted means every other subsisting charges concerning this is closed. But they say free him first. Let him attend to the other ones as a free man. So not to free him means that ab initio they have something beyond the charges they filed against him in the first place. And you recall too, this issue has gone beyond the shores of Nigeria. You recall about some 3-4 months ago, the United Nations Human Rights Council, in their wisdom, gave the federal government 6 months to release Nnamdi Kanu. It is there. And so when federal government will now begin to give other interpretation as if acquittal is heavier than discharge. I mean, you now see politics coming in. Discharge. Oh, because acquittal is not there. What is acquittal? So they should handle so that it will not stir up. You know, so many people still think that this country is highly balkanized. So many people are keeping it to their chest that, look, this country is being controlled by a section of it. For we in the Niger Delta, we look at the map. If you take the map of Nigeria, Niger Delta very small, carrying the weight of the whole country on their head. and no one cares. So they should look seriously so that this issue will not be another issue that will bring trouble to Nigeria.
Talking about looking at it seriously, and you mentioned along the line of politics now and how this may affect political proceedings in Nigeria. We're gearing towards the 2023 elections, right? And we know that the person of Nnamdi Kanu has great influence, if not all over the world, mostly in the southeast and also in Nigeria here today. Do you think the continuous detention of Nnamdi Kanu may affect the elections in the southeast in 2023?
Well, I am not a soothsayer. I